Right, good morning, welcome back. Okay, as you can see, finally, the wheels are here. I'm so happy to see them and I'm so happy with the result. I'm really chuffed that I didn't have a go at this myself. It is so much harder than it looks, it really is. And I'm going to be going there in the future and trying it out, but not on these wheels. I wanted these to be a superb outcome. I'm so glad I trusted an accomplished professional to do these for me because it all shows in the results. Now here we've got a 5.5-inch wide rear, 3.5-inch wide front, both 17-inch. So this is a classic Supermoto setup, and this is exactly the look I'm going for on the bike. So this is going to complement the overall look no end. I can run a big fat 180 section tyre. There's plenty of room on the chain run, so that won't be a problem. Already measured all that. And the front, well, that's exactly the standard setup. Just a lovely, smooth, polished alloy rim instead of that rusty old chrome thing. So these are going to look fantastic. All I need to do is get them ready to mount in the bike. Now, before I chuck the tyres on, I want to make a change to the setup. The factory puts inner tubes in these, but I want to run them tubeless. This again is a Supermoto trick. Most of you guys that do that sport, you always seal the spokes and put tubeless tyres on. It's also great out on the road because it isn't about deleting the inner tube and the weight that that might make. That's not really the issue for a road bike. It's more convenience. If you get a puncture on the road, if it's tubeless, you can chuck a plug in it and get yourself home. But obviously with a tube, you can't. You're pulling the wheels out on the roadside, or it's a phone call to the breakdown truck if there's one available and it's not 4 hours wait. So seriously, tubeless tyres all the way for me, and that means sealing the spoke holes around here so the air doesn't leak out. That's all it is, and it's a simple sealant that goes over it. Time-honoured practice. I've watched other people do it. I've done some research. I think I've got it down pat. So let's get stuck in and have a go. Okay, that's the first step. I invested in something that you've been nagging me to get for a very long time. This is a really nice quality wheel balancing and truing stand. It's two purposes. It doesn't just help to balance wheels with the aid of this spindle at the top in the normal way. Also, you can mount the wheel in the lower centers, and it's for truing up wheels when you're spoking them. It's got the truing pointer which attaches to it, and it's a proper tough piece of kit. It's 12 kilos in weight this. It's made out of 2mm thick folded steel, proper beef, and that's a really handy piece of kit. For years and years, I've been balancing wheels statically, as you've seen if you watch this channel, with this. It's simply a length of threaded bar with a couple of tapered pieces of hex that are threaded that I made myself, and I put that on 2 axle stands, and it served me well for many years for all the wheel balancing I've ever done. But it's never as accurate as doing it properly, as so many of you pointed out. So again, thank you to our patrons and those who support us. We've invested in a proper wheel balancing and truing stand so I can do this job properly, because I've invested enough in the wheels. I might as well do this right. Okay, let's mount the wheel and get started. That's it. Wow, what an experience. I've never done that before, but it was so much easier than I thought it would be. I don't mind admitting to being a little bit nervous about that, but thanks to the motivation and encouragement of my good friend Huey, who did his XL600, he showed me the pictures of it and it didn't look that difficult. So I've done it now. I think it seems that the way to go is get it uniform. That's, I think, very important for wheel balancing reasons, and it seems very easy to do. When you've got a wheel stand like this, you can spin that round, hold the scraper against it, and you get that lovely uniform thickness all the way around. And then when it comes to balancing the wheel, hopefully it won't be a nightmare, because I'm going to static balance it on this particular stand. It goes on top there. I've got the proper wheel bearing type rollers on it, so I should make a good job of that all over, because I think that is a monumental success. But of course we won't know that until we know if it's sealed or not, because that's the reason it's there. So in the next one, I'll muscle the tyre onto it, pump it up and see if it holds pressure. That's the acid test. And if it does, we'll chuck it in the bike and get stuck into the rear one. So there we are. Thank you for watching. Take it easy, ride safe. I'll see you next time.